Shawn Lam here for Streaming Media Producer at NAB 2013. I'm here with David Walton from JVC. This is the 650, right? What's the full model number?
This is the GY-HM650 camcorder.
And what can you tell me?
2.0.
2.0, all right.
2.0, I want to point that out.
What can you tell me about some of the basic specs on this camera?
The GY-HM650 is a run-and-gun, handheld style camcorder that records directly to solid-state memory cards, SDHC, has 2 card slots. You can record to both cards simultaneously or one and then relay to the other if it fills up. Much like a lot of our other products, has a 23:1 Fujinon zoom lens, which has a very wide angle 29 millimeter capability, and then zooms all the way into 667 millimeters. So it's a great zoom lens for news gathering and for running gun type shooting.
23 times, that's exceptionally long.
It's a very good long lens, and it makes it real easy to get shots that are quite a ways away. Traditionally, news photogs have preferred to have 2x extenders just for that reason. So you need a lens that can get a long shot when you need it, but can provide good wide angle capability, because you're often in very tight quarters trying to interview people in a crowded situation. You need to be able to get back so you can get good, just like at a trade show when it's as busy as the JVC booth is, you can't be too far away or people are walking in front of you.
So the best of both worlds on the wide and on the long end there.
Yes.
In terms of performance here, I've heard a little report coming out of, not the BBC, but the agency that does a little bit of research for them and certifies cameras. What can you tell me about this camera and how it did?
Well, the EBU certified this camera for ENG, for the market in the UK, which is actually quite impressive. We haven't had a similar study in the United States, but we know already that it is. We have a lot of broadcasters that have purchased these and are using them. So it's a validation of what we already knew.
Okay. So if that's where all these features would stop, this would be a great camcorder.
And in fact, if you stop there, you have the GY-HM600, which is a couple of $1,000s less, and it performs equally well with the same lens and everything else.
But this one has that extra feature of?
Just a little extra capability. The big difference is that this camera has dual codecs. That means that it can record in one format on one card and in another on the other card. You can record in HD on one card and in SD on another card, or in a web-friendly format on the second card. So if you were out, say, shooting a press conference, you could finish the press conference, have the complete press conference in a smaller web-friendly file to FTP back to the TV station, put on the website, and have your full HD also on the card. But while it's FTP back from the camera, you can still continue to work and shoot. You don't interrupt your workflow. The camera has built-in FTP capability. And what we find is that it's great as long as you can keep your workflow. And we added that in version 2.0, the ability to do background FTPs. And so that is a very popular and powerful feature. But it goes one step further.
All right.
People want to be able to output live also.
Yes.
When breaking news happens, sometimes you just can't wait to finish recording. You want to be able to go live. When you're plugged in with a hotspot, such as this Verizon 4G LTE hotspot, the camera will automatically see it, lock up to it. In fact, it says LTE right in the viewfinder, give you indication that you've got a connection. You've already programmed your decoder at the station with a fixed IP address. All you have to do to begin streaming is to press the Go Live button on the camera.
There you are, you're going to connect to your favorite
It connects directly to your decoder at the station. Meanwhile, you can continue to work. You can continue to keep recording in the HD format of choice. The streaming keeps going while you're doing this. So you don't interrupt your workflow. You keep your workflow and you add that capability of live streaming. Back at the station, they're looking at a monitor, suddenly it lights up with a live signal. You get audio, it's an HDSI signal coming out of your encoder. You just go to air live with it if you want. So this is a very powerful feature. And to be able to do it in the background while you shoot and record is very important.
Can you do webcasting on this to popular services like Ustream, Livestream?
It's possible. We have not developed the firmware in the camera to actually log into those services. Some of the consumer products have. Certainly our consumer division has a number of products that do that already. But for the broadcast market, which is where we're focusing this, we see a dedicated decoder at the other end, and it's a one-to-one stream. You can then take that stream and then rebroadcast that. So if that's desired, I'm sure that will be able to be done. But for the most part, it's going to be go live to air with this camera.
Thank you very much, Dave. This has been a look at the 650. It's a very exciting camera.
We're very excited. Thank you very much for stopping by.